Hey, what's up guys, it's Battle Spike Fitness, and today's video is going to be about leg tuck. My friend Laura, what's going on Laura, hope you're okay, was asking me for some tips and advice on how to do the leg tuck. For any of you that may not be familiar, the leg tuck is going to be one of the events in the upcoming ACFT, and it appears to be the event that gives people the most heartburn. So I'll do a quick demonstration of the leg tuck, and then we'll talk about some of the nuances of trying to improve your ability to do the leg tuck. So here we go. So as you can see with the leg tuck, you use an alternating grip on the bar, and from a dead hang, bring your knees up to touch your elbows and then bring them back down again. So this requires a number of different muscles, and we're going to kind of talk about those as we go along. So we'll get into the first thing, which is grip. All right, so grip. Grip is going to be important in your leg tuck. If it's going to be something that a lot of people are going to fail on, their grip is going to give out on them. And so you want to make sure that you develop your grip strength. You can do this a number of different ways, and we'll talk about a few of those. But primarily, you're really just kind of worried about crush grip. So there's a couple different types of grip, but this is just overall just brute grip strength. So we'll get into a few different things that can help us out. Let's go into the first one. So the first thing that you can do to increase your grip strength is really simple, just a dead hang with body weight. So we'll go ahead and demonstrate a dead hang. You can try a variety of different grip positions, forward, neutral, whatever, but essentially just grab a bar and hold on as long as you can. You can do this by timing yourself and then just working to steadily increase the time that you're able to hang onto the bar. Overall, this will work out your forearms and increase your grip strength and better enable you to do the leg tuck. All right, now talking grip strength, there's another thing you can do for grip strength is just find something heavy and hold on to it, right? So I've got a 60-pound kettlebell, and you can just hold on to for time. So it's kind of the same concept as a dead hang, but it just hits from a different angle. So you can definitely do both of these things. You get the point there. It's nothing sexy. You just hold on to heavy shit and try not to let go. But doing so over a period of time will increase your overall grip strength and enable you to hold on to the bar better for when you do the dead hang. So another piece of the leg tuck is just shoulder strength, right? So in part of doing the leg tuck, there is a bit of a pull-up. So you can work this. Essentially all I'm doing is just slight pull and pulling my shoulder blades back and in. So you can work the shoulder strength, pull them back and in. One more time. Another piece of the leg tuck is being able to do pull-ups, and that's really straightforward. So if you can get better at doing pull-ups, the leg tuck will be a little bit easier for that kind of pull-up portion of it. So I also recommend kind of concurrently working on your pull-ups. If you can't do pull-ups, one thing that you can do is get some assistance with bands, and I'll just do a quick demonstration with a band setup so that you can try to help yourself and get a little bit better at pull-ups. So here we go, here's the demonstration. So as you can see, I was just using that band to kind of give me some support. Of course, just because of the setup, I use kind of a neutral grip with the bar, so I didn't hit my head. But you can do that on a regular straight bar, and you'll be good to go. So I recommend that you work on your pull-ups and use that band to be able to help you out and give you some assistance if you can't do any on your own. Slowly build up and do more over time, and you'll be getting better. All right, and the last major component to the leg tuck is abdominal strength, right? Abdominal and hip flexor strength. So you got to be able to work on that. So if you are incapable of doing a leg tuck currently, I recommend that you break it down and start kind of easy. And so we'll look at a couple different exercises on the easier scale of things to increase your abdominal and hip flexor strength to be able to enable you to do the leg tuck. So here's a few exercises for you guys to consider. The first is going to be just kind of a leg lift or leg tuck while laying down. It emulates the movement, but instead of being vertical, you're horizontal. Check it out. All right, so getting better at a movement often requires just breaking the movement down into subcomponents. So if you're incapable of doing a leg tuck while hanging vertically, something like that might be a little bit more achievable for you. So I recommend that you build up horizontally and work on it that way. If that becomes too easy, you could try holding a weight between your feet. You could try using some resistance. You know, maybe wrap a band around your feet and have a friend hold the band. But it's just little things you can do to kind of increase the difficulty and increase your ability to do that leg tuck. So you can try that. All right, so much like anything else, like getting better at a thing requires some level of progression. So a progression of laying flat, completely horizontal, would be starting to go on an incline. So you can see, I just grabbed the bench and kind of put it on an incline. You could do this with a board, you could do this with anything that will be stable on an incline. So just put it on an incline and do the same thing as the horizontal. So, yeah, just do the thing, try to find a way to make the thing easier, and then keep making it more difficult until you're able to do the thing. In this case, leg tuck. Another thing that you can do for your abdominal and hip flexor strength is just kind of a seated leg tuck. Pretty simple. They look like this. I would say that these are slightly more difficult than laying on the ground, because in this instance, you're kind of holding your upper body up with your abdominal muscles. The only thing really supporting you is your arms. So if you want to make that even more difficult, then let go with your arms and just balance on your butt and do the leg tuck that way. So it's just a matter of finding a subcomponent of the movement and consistently making it harder. All right, I'm going to show you another exercise that's a little bit more difficult than the other ones I've shown you so far. So this might be kind of the more difficult of the training exercises I've shown you so far in your effort to build up to doing leg tucks successfully. Here we go. So again, those are more for kind of abdominal and hip flexor strength. If you want to make that exercise even more difficult, push your feet out, not over top of your hips. So extend your feet out. My friend Brian Allsrew calls those dragon flags. But those are a really great way to work abdominal strength and can help build you up in preparation for doing a leg tuck. All right, to close this one down, we're talking leg tuck. Went through a few different things to try to improve the leg tuck. So first consideration is grip strength, and there's a variety of things that you can do to increase your grip strength. Probably the easiest for any of us to be able to do would be just some form of dead hang. Do that for time, and then when that gets easy, start adding weight if you can. From there, we worked on a little bit of shoulder strength. So basically we just did the shoulder pulls, which is just a really simple movement. It's not a full pull-up, but it's just working that shoulder, because when you do the leg tuck, there is a bit of a pull with the lats, and then being able to bring those legs up. So work on that. That'll definitely help your ability to do the leg tuck. Some just straight pull-ups will also work with that as well. So if you have a hard time doing pull-ups as it is right now, incorporate that band as I demonstrated. And then we began to work on a number of different exercises that you can do to build up the abdominal and hip flexor strength in order to be able to perform the leg tuck. If you can't do a leg tuck right now successfully, I recommend you basically just lay horizontal, have something that you can hold on, whether it's a pole or a weight or some kind of a fixed object that's not going to move very easily. Then you just basically perform a horizontal leg tuck, and then slowly make it more difficult by increasing the incline to put you into a more vertical position, so that you can get used to actually hanging vertically and performing the leg tuck. Yeah, that's basically it. As with all things, you just got to find the thing that you want to do, make it easier, and then work on the progression until you're actually doing the leg tuck. So hopefully this video helps any of you guys that are out there that are getting ready for the ACFT. And Laura, my good friend, I hope that you're well, and I appreciate you asking the question. Hopefully this video helps you in your ability to perform the leg tuck, and then also helps you with your soldiers as well. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave in the chat box below. I'll be sure to respond. I appreciate you guys checking out these videos, helping to support me and the channel with likes, shares, and subscribes. So if you haven't joined the channel, I wish that you would. Remember guys, no matter what it is you think you can't do, like do a leg tuck or get yourself ready for the upcoming ACFT, you got to get in and train to spite. You're either going to find an excuse or you're going to find a way, and I hope that you guys continue to find the way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Oh, I heard that you waited around. I heard that you hated the sound. You're wasting all my time, we're keeping on the ground. What you talking about? Oh, I heard that you're still in the town. I heard that your dreams in the ground. No one was feeling you, a deadly avenue. I gotta tell you, who cares what you say, what you talk about? Prepare and it change when you come.